Welcome everyone to today's live stream. Some more Planet Crafter Toxicity. Even though we did finish the actual, terraformation detoxifying part last stream, we still got stuff we can do. We're gonna check out some of the portals, see if maybe we find an unlock for magnetar quartz recipe. We'll just do some exploring, see what we can do, wrapping out as we're coming up on the end of the year. So, we got today and next Saturday before the end of 2025. So we still got some stuff we can do for the moment. And I'm just checking a couple things. I was noticing a little weirdness on my OBS. So while people join in, I'm going to double check on that. Timmy is here. Yes, Timmy with his Christmas pickles over there. And his blanket / Jedi hood. Where you going? You got getting out of the way. Come on. You gotta be where they can see you. Come on. Back here. Come on. There. Eat. There. Alright, you gotta be where they can see you. You can't keep getting out of frame of the camera, Timmy. All the time trying to get out of the camera view so you don't get seen. Crunch, crunch, crunch. That's all you gotta do. Crunch. Crunch and eat your little snack. Alright, guess maybe a slow start for the day, so it's fine. We will go ahead and get rolling with the game. And okay, OBS. I know there we go, finally. Again, some weirdness that's just suddenly happened with OBS today, of course, as I'm trying to get ready to stream. So yeah, we've got obviously terraformation is done again, and I got all 2,000 goo. I've got 32 toxic areas, and we have, besides of course the stutter from everything, I've got a goo farm, I got a spore farm. That leaves I wish you could click and drag in this. What was it? We still gotta make purified water. I do need to probably fix up the tungsten spot if I had to do anything here. Everything else I pretty much have got covered in other places. It wouldn't hurt to have some more osmium production, not necessarily to use it here, but something I can obviously ship out elsewhere. We do have super alloy there, and I've got uranium there, so I could set up some production for those. I could turn this into another pulsar quartz location, especially since there's a large area there for osmium. I might could do that just to get some more money going. I'm coming up on $500,000 with that. So yeah, you know what? Actually, let's just go to the osmium spot. I didn't build anything here yet, and I kind of forgot how it looks. So yeah, big osmium cave under the big central area, or the big structure of the map. And then I guess that's all I could get out of here. Yeah, so plenty of room for osmium harvesting here if you need that much. I'm assuming we probably can get some. Oh, yeah, spot I missed. Or crate I missed. And we got some pulsar quartz hiding up here. That would be kind of interesting to find out. We could place that there and mine pulsar quartz. Probably not. Just the case that most osmium spots were tied in some cases with pulsar quartz. And yeah, I don't think there was anything else I could really do here. I mean, got some aluminum. I'll see. I mean, this obviously, I already got that. This goes down. I can jump down. Maybe that's a way to help me get back out of the lava in case I got stuck down here. Kind of interesting that those containers are not melting in that lava. And then there's the way back up. And the big, it's a drill. And you see the drill blades there. And there's that bigger one there. Assuming this is like, okay, create the starting part of it. They were drilling down here, and then they hit lava. Hey, Jenny. Thanks for joining. So yeah, I'm assuming that's what happened. They hit lava, like a lava chamber. It flooded, stopped the drill. But, you know, it looks like that would be what drills in, basically creating the initial opening, and then this starts to... I'm not sure how that's going to spread out enough for those to fit into the opening. It seems like that would be a much narrower hole, and then it would be these parts would basically just kind of push dirt out of the way, and then this looks to really be the part that actually would scrape out and make the larger opening, and then the legs to stabilize it as they get deeper, I guess. Seems like they would have done some kind of scans or something to make sure there wasn't like lava under there before they started building that and drilling. And got all that. Okay. So yeah, everything down here is done, other than we just need to, you know, build some stuff for osmium production. And of course, the better part of doing that is osmium rods for shipping. Oh, let's see. Got that. Something we can do. As well as, of course, I have all my pulsar quartz, everything like that is somewhere up here. Everything's organized differently on every single planet base. Okay. Oh, I got a good bit of cosmic quartz on this one so far. Trade, production. Yeah, I got plenty of stuff. I think, well, I know I want to do tungsten because this is the only tungsten spot. So as I need it on other planets, I need to be able to ship it there. I need better production. Doesn't need to be a lot. Main thing is the tungsten rods are such an interesting requirement to make. You got to have toxins, which to me makes me think of how I did the oh, actually I did. Okay. How I did super alloy on Prime is I had the alloy spot, and to make it less traffic with just bringing single pieces of super alloy, it's a super alloy rod, and I just basically trafficked the aluminum there. So what I could do is set up a regular locker. It doesn't have to be anything fancy, it just needs to be a regular locker that can be kept stocked with toxins, and maybe give it higher priority so it can make the tungsten rods as I bring stuff. And that way all I do is have drone traffic to deliver toxins there, and then I just, you know, get the drone traffic coming back with tungsten rods. And I want to say I did bump my drone count up. Yes, 50. All right, so we should be fine on adding some drone traffic today. And then we need to go and try the portal generator. Got to go see what we can find. You know, actually, I want to do the tungsten one first. I want to go ahead and get that kind of taken care of, because that is more important than some of the other ones. And I have just one tier 2 extractor. That's, I think, the supplies I brought originally for that. So we're going to go, well, if I have the supplies, I do. I just have to be in range. You know what? I'm just gonna snag the supplies out of storage for this, and then we'll need that, and I'll need an auto crafter. There we go. Okay, and just go and pin that. Go. I really was hoping the plants would be out of the way, but they're not. So I'm gonna do, it's 8 I need per cycle, because one slot goes to a toxin, so I just need 8 of those. That's 24 titanium. And then well, might help if I had the supplies. Okay, I got that. There. Okay. Okay, I got that. There we go. So super alloy rods. I need to produce some of those. You know, I'll just go... remember where my stuff is. Yeah, that was one I used. Okay. So, 8 of those. One of those, one of those. And we're going to go. So, Jenny, how's it going for you? You doing good? Had a good week. Preparation for Christmas this coming week. Yeah, maybe that. Technically, I am not in the area I'm supposed to be in for mining, but you know, I'm at the edge right there. It works. So, hi. Obviously, it's clean enough. We got some of these guys showing up. I think just for simplicity, wish you could blow up some rubble and such. The fact that this area, you know, this map, we have spots where, hey, guess what? You're limited because of pre-built structures that you can't deconstruct. I don't have as many good spots to build a big mining setup, so we're just gonna keep it as simple as possible, just back here towards the entrance area. There's somewhere through here, so just make sure I have everything free and clear. To do that, I'll clear some supplies first. So I think this is probably a good little spot over here. Really, I'm just concerned with some iron because I know I might need a foundation or two. I did not think to bring those. Okay, let's do this. Playing Skyrim. Yeah, that's one I... You know, I loved Morrowind. That is still one of my favorite, like, games of my formative years. I remember one of my roommates in college had an Xbox. That was the game, the main one me and him both played on it. And it was fun, you know? It was a good fun game. There was obviously bugs. And of course, there were some very interesting cheats that you could do just by the control combination to do certain things. But, you know, it's still one of those fun ones that I remember because of the spells, the way I did some of the spells in it. I was able to make myself an unlimited fireball ring. I had one that was unlimited flight. It was slow, but you could fly forever. You know, just like doing interesting stuff like that. And of course, you know, you didn't get to build like this with your bases, but you got to, you know, pick and kind of lay out, you know, stuff like, you know, in your storage, everything. You know, of course, then you get the same thing in like Fallout and such. But Morrowind for me was just kind of more the fun one from the series. I just could never get into doing Skyrim. I tried it multiple times. It's just one I've never been able to get myself into. And we're just going to change this from tungsten temp to tungsten farm. Or we're really, it's not a farm. We're not farming it. We're mining it. So, yeah. That'll work. I just need toxins to be delivered here. And that's where it's easier for me to just do that work. if I remember where all they're going to. I feel like that's what was happening, is I had a lot of toxins being produced here. At one point I was overflowing, and then I started mass producing things, and I've kind of run out of them. Yeah, I've run out of them. So that will now start eating up some of that too. Oh well. Let's get some food. I'm still in my spare time been playing Ark right now, although I am kind of like starting to get to that stage again where it's kind of like I don't have anything else to build necessarily, like, you know, other than trying to gather supplies to, like, if I want to build like a tech specific thing. I've got my mobile boat for taming. I've got my central base, and I've got me a base on Herbivore Island that my plan was to use it for, like, just leaving, you know, like some creatures out there harvesting stuff, come back like, oh hey, Moss Chops, give me all the berries and such kind of thing. And also it's water based, so it's someplace I could park my boat, and because of that recess, it's kind of nice to have a place as storage for your water tames. But yeah, I'm kind of getting at a point now where I'm starting to cut back a little bit on it and doing some other stuff. I've got, of course, you know, in a couple weeks we get a new game, Star Rupture, to check out. Hopefully without the launching issues I was having before. And then I've got a couple others I've been meaning to get around to playing, so I may start playing some of them soon. Yeah, okay, another thing for toxins, plus the mushrooms, plus, oh yeah, plastic polymer, that's what's eating up a big chunk of it right there. Plus the plastic rods being made. Let's see where that's my microplastics. I didn't put anything for polymer. I don't have anything for storing that, because I'm not really needing that much now. See, what was this one? Is the goo. That's demanding the goo. I may have to do another goo. That's the spores. Actually, I probably do need to do another goo, but let's go check out my spore farm. Oh yeah, we can go ahead and take some of these. And right here, I could literally just do the same. I could do a nice little super alloy farm right here if I need to. That's kind of nice that there's a nice little combination of places on here. I say there's the aluminum though. That might be same as like Prime. Set up like 3 spots, 3 extractors for aluminum, and then literally just go there, grab it, and take it straight to the super alloy farm. Just stockpile it there, so it's used to make super alloy rods, and then I can always deconstruct, you know, recycle to get away from that. I'm just gonna take these right over. There we go. Okay. So that's going for a while. I guess, you know what, let's grab, I'm gonna grab a couple of these, even though I'm sure I'm gonna find some food when I'm there. Oh, and then we got more toxic goo there. I will need to make another toxic goo. I'm gonna take some fusion cells, because I feel like that's probably gonna end up being the case. I'll need it on the procedural wrecks typically. And you know what? I do need to move some stuff over here for shipping. We're gonna disconnect. Oh, and there was an update for the teleport portal mod. So now it's not like just one long list. Now you got it right here. So Small visual change. Rarity 5, difficulty 3. I'm not a fan of the 3, but you know, at least it is a rarity 5. So I need 3 pulsar quartz, 2 magnetar quartz, and 3 blazar quartz. Nope, other side. There you go. I don't know if I actually have any explosives or anything laying around somewhere. Oh, and there's still a key card I gotta go try to find something for. I mean, I've got removal explosives. I don't have anything else, like explosive-wise. You know, I didn't even think about this, but now I'm thinking about it. I wonder if there's gonna be toxic areas. Like how we've had the toxic areas here. We're gonna have toxic goo cleanup and such in the procedural wreck areas. I would hope no, because you know it's already kind of supposed to be clean anyway, because you get to a certain point to use the procedural wrecks thing to unlock it. So I'd hope no, we're not gonna be stuck with that, but I guess we could. Alright. Either way, I can come back. Oh, lovely. I'm in, well, it's not a cave. It looked like it might be a cave because of the darker lighting, but no, it's not a cave. Just kind of in, well, I mean, there's an opening. It's a cave. There's just an opening to the sky. There we go. First one right over there. Okay, so nope. All right, no supplies with me at the moment, and I have no explosives. Oh, wonderful. Okay, so I'm gonna have to, oh man, okay, hopefully I find a loose crate somewhere. It's got an explosive, otherwise we'll have to ship some explosives in, and that's gonna take 10 minutes. Oh, I got an access card. So worst case, maybe it gives me the ability to go to the other spot. I couldn't find an access card. We can finally access that one final room. Alright, I just gotta keep looking around. There's usually a good number of just loot crates scattered around. But the atmosphere lighting here does not help make them as obvious. Tokens, tokens, tokens. I got a flare. It's not helpful. I can't actually get past the entrance. Oh, come on. Oh, come on. You got it spawned where I can't access it. That's the one that would have an explosive. I'm pretty sure it probably has an explosive in it. And I can't get to it. There we go. One explosive, and I got a power cell. All right. Oh, went right past one earlier. I mean, right here, without the stacking mod, you already be pretty much have your inventory full of stuff. You'd be like, okay, let me go back, drop some stuff off before I try to continue further, because I'm already, most of my inventory space is in use. That's weird to have an the blockade right at the beginning. I don't remember if I've had one where it was just immediately as soon as you come in, you can't go any further unless you have an explosive. Maybe I have done that. I just don't remember it. Okay, let's start with some flares. So I can't remember how I've been doing it before. We're gonna say right side going in, so left side coming out. So this is on the, see if I come here, well that's left side, that's out. That means I can see that and know that's the way back. Okay, so we got that. I'm not going to, well, yeah, we'll drop one here. I did get another one, so go up. That's why I like nice rarity of 5, difficulty of 1. It means you ain't doing very much. Oh, change color. Red, I can change color on the cozy chair. Yeah, it was immediately like wedged through the other chair. I'm not sure how that's supposed to physically work, but okay. That may be the way I was coming in. Okay, deconstruct desktop. I guess this will open once I get some power going. Just there to tease me for the moment. Guess I need to keep my deconstruct thing going, because you gotta get close enough for that to show up. I think it used to be where you could see it further away on those. Yep, okay, so I've looped around. That's what I was kind of thinking. Alright, so on the way in, right side. Oh, it changed the color with the chair. I wish that would be split. Like, you could split that, devs. It should be split. Shouldn't be the same color across everything as you select. Oh, well, I don't care. I'm just using it as a marker for which way to go. Okay, no storage on it. There's probably gonna be the, well, no, I'm actually getting the materials instead of just a stack of blueprints. All right. Criminals pay their debt to society 1 planet at a time. We gotta make sure we get that poster, because it's for the game we're actually playing, as opposed to, you know, like, or no, it's not. It was Forever Skies used posters that threw nods to other games like Planet Crafter, because they had like a little Planet Crafter poster in the game. Okay, so where's that? That's obviously not the same one I saw there, so we're gonna throw a torch or a flare right here. I did get an explosive. Well, let's try. Well, no, you know, come back. Maybe I'll find another spot up here I need the explosives on. Always try to find your way around the explosive barricade if you can. And here we go. Power! Yes, and great. I need another access card. So don't take the other one and just, you know, use it for the other spot. I need to take it. Maybe I'll end up finding extras. That can still be one I can use for the other location. All right, gotta get that. Getting close to running out of room. Love how I got a fusion power cell out of one of the vaults. You know, conveniently after I had to have a power cell to get into the vault. Another spot. Okay, I am running out of room. So I will have to come back up here. But so far I haven't found that other spot. So let's go see if I can get past this explosive spot. Where was it? Oh. Yeah. Oh, I do have 2 access cards. Okay. I did not realize I had found another one. Maybe it was in one of the vaults. Works. Okay. Oh, yes. I like it when that works out. Oh, man. Okay. Where's my flare? There they are. Okay. Another flare. That. Yeah. All right, time to, well, grab everything I can on the way out. You know what? Another explosive. All right, yeah, I'll wait. Let's come back. Make sure I can actually find my way out of here. There we go. Again, use torches. The flares, kind of like torches in Minecraft or whatever game you explore in. If you're doing like a long labyrinth style exploration and you got something you can place down or throw down that won't despawn, figure out what works for you. But it's a good way to basically leave breadcrumbs. In Minecraft, I'd always be like, okay, I'm gonna put torches on one side of everything, like as I go into the mine. So it's like torches are always on the left entering into the mine, so if you're exiting the mine, they're on the right, sort of thing, just to give myself that, like, okay, if I keep them on this side of me, I know which way I'm going, which path I'm taking. And then the I need the explosive. In Minecraft, to prevent spawns, I would use things like the pumpkin lights, you know, jack-o'-lanterns, just because that way, you know, you build it into the wall. It's a block, and hey, it's not in the way. It's not obstructing anything. That couldn't be, you know, you couldn't just take a bit of dirt out anyway. Use that to light everything up, and then the torches can be your guide point. This, you don't have to worry about mobs spawning, so just, you know, use the flares to guide you on which way you're going, in or out. I guess you could go and set it up to change color constantly. Like, oh, yeah. I mean, if we had a preset thing where you could save color presets, then I would say that's the way to go. Have like, okay, here's one path, change it to this color. You're going now a different path, change it to a different color. Use that to help you kind of track which path you're taking. And I seem to have come in from a different angle than I thought I did. I mean, that you can do that way. I just, simplicity, just put flares are always on the right going in, left on the going out, kind of thing. Something as simple as that makes a difference. Like here, I know I'm coming in if it's on the right. So here, that's on the right. So now go this way. Boom, I'm back here. I think, yep, there's a couple things there. And I'm just gonna go ahead and knock out this section before I head back up. I'm hoping this is a shorter. Yes, hopefully short one. Ah, yes, another card. Okay, so I may end up with some extras. And now this area is completely finished. Like, there's nothing else here, so drop a flare in the middle of the path. Say, don't have to go this way, it's already done. Okay, that's good. So this is where I was finding some of those. Yeah. I think this was the last one I did before I headed out. Yeah. So there goes that, that, and that, which is, this is done. So this should be this one. I'm gonna wait, get all this done. I'm just gonna go put it at the base of the stairs. Let's say, don't bother coming up the stairs. It's already finished. Try and make sure I use all the tokens as I find them just to save space. The tokens no longer matter. They, like, seriously, they don't. I get too many. Okay, that's that side. I think this side was done, but let me just double check. Oh yeah, this right here. That's right. This is the way I was looking for. Wonderful. Hey, some water. All right, yep, getting regular supplies, not stupid like blueprint chips or something I already have. Now, see, I don't know why those aren't like deconstructible. I mean, it's the back of server rack, so I should be able to deconstruct them. Awesome. I'll have some spare access cards. That's it. Okay, so I think that concludes the upstairs pathing. Double check. Yep, not that. Okay, so that is this spot. Going through here. I know I got all that. So, and there's the other area that has that little door I'm looking for. All right. Look, other areas similar to that has the door. Okay, yeah, that is all of the stairs. So that's done. I mean, that's done. Nothing there. So really, this path is done as of right here. So that tells me don't go that way. You already done it. Another key card. I am liking this. I am all about tons of key cards. And then safe vault. Got super alloy rod. Okay, and then this one. Yeah, that was this short look around area. Double check, make sure it's not a pickup thing I'm missing. There's that, yeah. And then I'm here to this spot. Let me just double check. I feel like there was another, yes. A vault thingy. Empty. Fantastic. And that's left side going out, left side going out. This is now done. One big wreck, 2 trips. And pretty sure I didn't see a single blueprint chip in any of that. So let's see. I don't think I need that much storage here, but I have the supplies for it. So I'm going to put right here, what I've done on other spots. We'll leave access cars and yeah, it's just fusion cells. You know, I'll leave the food and water too, just on that. And then we got explosives, got that. Basically, supplies I'm going to take to the Rex. And the rest will go back with me. Alright, so dump all this in. Let my drones do the thingy. Come on, guys. You can do it. You're faster than this. Alright, where are they? Okay, something is... They're still going there for water or something, and then... Still going over here for something, too. What? Why is it they're going there? It shouldn't be having to go that far. Just okay, so this is... They're going way over there. I can't remember what I put there at the moment. But this is where I needed to come anyway, because I have... Not this one. This one. Yeah. We had one more spot here, if I can remember where it was, where I needed a key card. And I could not find one. Yeah, that key card. Yes, another spare key card. Oh, yeah. Whole separate area. Oh, no. No, it's not. It's just the door to there. Okay. And then... I know this one too. Yeah. So literally a key card to open up a shortcut. Tell me there's more to it. This is what I got last time. So no. The spare key card opened up 2 shortcuts. That's simply it. That is a ripoff. That's a ripoff. Come on, man. You could give me something more than that. That's disappointing. Which way was that right there, then through here? Yeah. Let's go back. Take the elevator. Okay, that I've done it now, so I don't need this teleporter here anymore. But I do have water detoxing going somewhere. Yeah, right over here. That is moving quick. All right. I mean, that's like almost halfway done on that water. And that's like the big water spot of the map. So they're not going there. They're going over here. What does I have? I don't remember what I put there. But I'm gonna find out. Oh yeah, and then I'll have to empty those out. All right, Jenny, I know you're playing Skyrim, but you gotta do some more chatting. I think we're gonna have a quiet day today, which is fine. You know, some people might be traveling. getting, you know, out to see family this coming week for Christmas. Oh, and apparently they got rid of, or at least on this one with the toxic goo, they've got rid of the whole despawn thing when you reload your save. So now I got just loose toxic goo everywhere. My week's been okay. You know, last full week of the year, and it's holidays, so it's always slows down a bit during holidays, and then we'll suddenly have a client that decides they want to do a bunch of stuff right then. Like, was it not this? It was last week. I did like 3 days for one client at 2 locations, getting software updates done for their end of year software updates with their main software between 2 different platforms, one for each location, but the same company behind each platform. And then I think I have a couple errors that came up this week. It was like quiet, and then suddenly I have 3 days that I was like, you know, booked for, and then it get quiet and slow again. Then here's another like 2 or 3 days I get service calls booked for doing stuff. It's just that thing. Everybody, you know, so many different, not just our clients, but some of their vendors wait till, oh, it's the very end of the year, we need this done right away, kind of thing. And of course now it's like end of the year and beginning of the year is always the case where it's everything slams in together. Like they're wanting to get stuff done either at the end of the year because of taxes and such, whatever, or they're trying to get stuff done right at the beginning of the year after they get some money. And what where are my drones? There's my drones. I put something over here I completely forgot about already, or I took control of something. What is it? There's something over here now that I'm thinking about it. I know I feel like I did it. Make a thing over here or something be produced. I just don't recall. All right, come on. Where are you drones going to? Because they're coming somewhere over in here. He's in path this way. I just completely forgot what I did over here. This is like a weighted drone never moves. Oh. He moved somewhere over here. Are they picking up the goo off the ground? Is that a thing that got changed, that they'll go and collect resources from the ground? Because that should have been readily taken care of. Where are you going? Did I just not see a structure here? I want to watch. I want to see a drone come and do that. As I think that's what's happening. Cause I mean, you tell me, am I like missing an underwater construction I did? I see underwater wreckage. Okay. Now this is interesting. This kind of validates what I'm thinking, is that they are coming to different paths right here. I've got one going that way. I got 2 coming over here. I want to find them. Okay, they just left from here. Are they? Am I mining something out of this? Is this functional? Huh? I am so confused. I don't know where they stopped at. Okay, we got another one coming. I'm gonna try to catch him as he's going. See if I can follow him. Oh, where'd he go? The drones don't spawn in, like, visually. To the wrong... Nope, there he is. What the... He kind of went here and then went back and then turned a different route. Oh, he is going for something else. Oh, God, I can't. I need a mini map. Okay, I'm kind of like right in line with him. Yeah, I think I can catch up to him. I'm a little faster than the drones. Had to put up your snack. What snack? Okay, this I can see the drone coming to pick up something from here. But they're coming out there and picking up stuff from places I don't have anything built. Okay, I think he's going for like a water collection or something over there. This is weird. Like, seriously weird. They're just randomly going. Is he heading? That's not going back to where, okay, there's more coming from that direction. I'm going, oh, grab this. Move. Gotta go north. I gotta try to intersect some of these. I gotta see what they're picking up, because they are collecting something and they're picking different places to do it. Oh, look, those are turning around right there. What is this one going over here for? Wow, okay. He's going way over there. I want to kind of... Okay, so he stopped somewhere around that platform. That would be a new one if they are picking up stuff like drops on the ground for you. So now I have some like over here. I did. I had there. Okay, yes. I had, I think 3 still over here that I didn't pick up. This is a mystery. Deer meat and rich crackers. So you talk like, when you say deer meat, are you talking like you just got a slice of cooked deer steak? Or you're talking like deer sausage, like summer sausage kind of style? Because that's what I would be thinking. Deer meat, mean like deer sausage, and you slice it off kind of like summer sausage, and you put it on a rich cracker with some hot mustard and cheese. Ah, yeah, summer sausage. That sounds good right now. I don't have any of that. Ah, and look, now they're not coming all the way out here. What the heck? All right, at some point they're gonna say, "I got come." Okay, we got some others coming from this direction now, changing their mind. I don't have anything over here to drop off to. So, where's this drone? Why can I not see the drone? Seriously, are they going into an underground area that I'm not seeing now? Are they going down in the structure to get stuff? Because again, that would be... They're picking up items off of... like drops. Okay, let's see. Let's see. Oh, there he is. I see him. I've got you now, little buddy. I am following you. I want to see this happen. Okay. All right. Seriously? Oh, save. Course rise. Yep, they are picking up loose pieces of goo off the ground. That is really interesting. That's a new thing. I don't remember that ever happening before. Usually, you know, you have a drop like that. It sits on the ground and despawns as soon as you exit the save. Like, it doesn't save in the save itself. So you save the game, go back to menu, come back in, all those are dropped, but obviously that's not happening with the toxic goo here. So I wonder if that is a specific feature to the toxic goo, or if that is a feature for specifically, like with toxicity, they decided to change it so that now drops don't despawn when you leave. Which should be kind of useful, as long as it doesn't let things get cluttered up. Yes, let's dump the water in, and everything else should be. I'll just dump it here. I'll just dump that there. Stuff will get moved slowly. I'm gonna have to, yeah, put in another purification thing. Or two. I think I'll do one because it kind of gets a little tight walking around them. We're gonna do toxic goo, and we're going to supply everything from it. There we go. And water is going to run out at some point. Then I'll just start crafting it. So this will eventually become more toxic goo. So really, it's going to be toxic goo, spores and spores, because I'm producing those items from harvesting robots. So I think that is the focus I need to have, is just leave it like that, and then adjust once I clear all the toxic water. Speaking of, let's go back and get some more before they fill up, because that is, I get to show it. You know, it's another problem. Sometimes you have to fall in the water for it to show it. Coming up on 1,500 out of 2,500. Okay, that's enough. At least to keep those going. And I am full. Okay. I can put that in recycled. That will get transported as space frees up. Ooh. Ooh. Okay, so that's another 1,000. That's 100 stacks between the three of them. So it's gonna be close. I can come back a little bit later and get some more. Boom! All that toxic water needs to be purified. Okay. I am going to stop this because that is using up a bunch of my toxins, I'm sure, right now. This needs those, but it's also not making any more, so microplastics filling up. Toxins were full at one point. Now not so much. Let me go and check tungsten mine. I just realized I don't think I set a priority on this. Okay, good. That, yeah, we're gonna do high priority for highest. Let this fill up. I am going to take like 30 real quick. That, because that at least means I do have a spot here that will let me have him available for crafting. There we go. So that won't empty out anymore. What was it I needed that for? Oh yeah, I gotta get that going too. So we gotta do the balm and the artillery shells. That's two big things we gotta get going. And I don't need any more of those. Or those. So I got an option for that called recycle. Let's just remember where I put the stupid there. Put the stupid machine and go there. And I'll just let that run on its own. Okay, so now tungsten is working. I've got my 2 farms there. We've got most of the real critical stuff going. Again, I could do a pulsar quartz shipping, you know, trade type of thing here. Now I think I am going to move these though. This is not supposed to stay here. This is supposed to be over there at the shipping outpost. Yes. We're gonna take one. Take those off. And let's, I don't know how I want to do this. That's in the way. I could add a door over here. I could do a side door. I think I'm just going to do it back here. So if I add a door, so we got the in there, then you come out here. I want to put a, we're going to do it off a platform. And then get exchange shuttles kind of going. You know, that's actually fine. I can just put them like right there where I kind of build for the foundation to be. Of course, now it's in the way, like that, so I can walk up to them. So we're gonna do prime and humble for a moment. These may ultimately become for shipping out rather than receiving it as they are at the moment. And then we gotta do a trade rocket, and I can just place it. That's about to come out. Yeah, this is gonna come out for a moment. So I can put my trade rocket here because this is me trading for supplies I need. Ooh, like that, yes. Not the best layout, but you know what? I'm gonna make it work. And we have the regular launch platform. Oh yeah, that could work. We can make it like snap up against this. That snapped. Yes, it. Look at that. Look at that. Hey, you know, I think I got. Yep. Hey. How nice, and almost like it's meant to be snapped together. There we go. Couple more pieces of iron, just to fill in the little gap here, you know, make it look a little prettier. Boom, like one cohesive platform. Almost like it's meant to be together. And we got that. So yeah, there goes that. God, now I wish I had moved this further out. I'd put a door there and just walk out that way. Whatever. It is set up a little bit better. Dump those. Still getting plenty on water and food. Oh. Do I have the stuff for making the beehive? I just realized yes, I do have stuff for a beehive. Amazing. Oh, all right, great, fine. I gotta build it somewhere over this way. Yeah, we'll go over here. How about that? There. Beehive. Supply. Everything. Let's go. You know what? This is in range, so I'm gonna do. Where's I put the beans and such? Yes, okay, perfect. So that's in range. That should work. I will do my, if I can say, scooper food, high quality food. So it technically should provide the and that should be in range. I might not be. I might need to move it. That should be able to provide the honey for that. And it'll give me some bees I can use, maybe do some other stuff. So really, that should just fill up with bees. And I don't know where my other stuff. Felonious! Yeah, taking advantage of the good sunny day is always nice. Yep, okay, that's good. So there we go. I mean, it's warmer today, you know. It's high of like 60 degrees Fahrenheit is what we're supposed to get today. So I'm gonna say yes, it's a nice, lovely day because it is definitely warmer than it has been. Still not great. Still would like to have it a little bit warmer. There's actually, I took Timmy walking earlier, and tried to keep it a brisk walk pace until he like stopped to pee. And it's like we made it pretty decently the first stretch. And then when we turned to come back, he decided he had to sniff every place he had already peed at to make sure he had peed there. And it got to the point I was like, okay, now you're really slowing down. Now you don't want to move. And I've trained him, semi-trained, to do a thing where I count down from 5. And he knows he gets in trouble if I count 1. And then after that, usually that's you're being picked up and put in air gel. So typically he will move before I get to 1. But this time, you know, it's like I got to 1, he didn't want to move, so I had to drag him a little bit to get him moving. And then he did it again. So finally it's like, okay, that's it. The third time it was air gel. He got picked up, carried the rest of the way back. But I still got a nice brisk walk to where I was actually like warmed up, where I didn't need my jacket. And I made the mistake of then going to the store, wearing my jacket, and was still heated up from that and started sweating while I was trying to get through checkout line because I had my jacket on, because they were moving very slow in the checkout line. Of course, now if I was to go outside at this moment, I probably want my jacket just because I am not as heated up right now. But it's still, yeah, it's a nice warmer day. I would much prefer to be outside, you know, taking advantage of it myself. I'm going to pull some of these out so we can get like a kind of a bit more of an even distribution going here. See, that is the spores. Yes, I guess I need to go get my spore farm emptied out. Gotta make sure stuff is moving. All right, good. Got some spores. Yeah, let's just take them over there. Honestly, I'm about to the point of saying, you know what? Why have this stuff here? I can literally, well, you know, again, goes back to if you could assign drones to groups to certain locations. I would have one of the detoxifier things literally right there next to my spore spot. So it would be harvesting robot, produces spore, goes right into the crusher, and then gets produced from there. And then I would just go out there and mass collect stuff instead of shipping it back because of the distance. But to do that, I would still have drones going from here to there just to move one item over. Doesn't make sense to do it that way, so I'll just go collect, bring it back here. Shortest distance for them to produce and output materials. All right, pristine water is doing quite well now as far as, or purified water. I'm full of purified water. Okay. What is that? What's that formula? Purified water, toxins. Again. Needs so many toxins. Actually, where's the thing? I had a recipe for purified water. I thought I did. I thought you got a recipe for purified water. I can't make purified water here, though. Let me double check. I'm pretty sure that was part of it. Recipe. Yes, purified water. Pristine water. Or pristine mushroom and water bottle. So I'm producing water bottles. I got a way to produce pristine mushrooms. How do I not see the water thing on here? It's got to be here. Unless it can't be made in the auto crafter. Seems like a weird thing. Oh yeah, no, it's not there. It was here. Pristine mushroom. No, perfect. Okay, not there. Okay, so it must have been here. No. So it's a terraformation thing. Oh, purified water. I still have. Okay, I gotta get animals going to get that. So I still have some stuff to unlock. I don't know why you can't just have it in one like thing. Okay, that's why I can't make it. I need some animal production. Oh, that's easy. Cause heck, I got how much animal food? I think I got enough animal food. I just, you know what? Easy enough. Wait, where? Over here. That plant being in the way is frustrating. Okay, so that I know I got methane is literally right there. I can't access it from here. I forgot about that part. It doesn't let me access it from that for some reason. All right, so there goes that. Feeder. I need honey. I don't have honey yet. Okay, that's producing food. Was fine. You know what? Actually, you know, I don't need that. I need the honey, and I need a bioplastic nougat, which I am not making enough of. Just one. Just need one. What? I got water. I got silicon. Where's the mushrooms? I got mushrooms. I've been producing some mushrooms. Or no, that's not it. This should be, yeah, just the toxins and that. All right, where my mushrooms been going? Like there, I got them right here. Look, not ready. Why no mushrooms? Actually, ooh, that's what I'm gonna do now. Fertilizer. What's that? There. Oh yeah, look, I got plenty of tier 3 fertilizer. Finding plenty of stuff. So, we'll just, you know what? Let's keep it simple. I'm just gonna put my outdoor farms up here. As soon as I can ever get a Stupid bioplastic nugget. What am I missing? Am I really missing mushrooms right now? Oh, wait, duh. Okay. That might be, I was like, I thought I did this earlier. Apparently, and I forgot that I did over here because of proximity. Okay. And again, apparently these are not working with the craft from containers mod. So maybe, I know I checked earlier, it didn't have an update. Maybe it needs an update. 1, 2, 3, 4. That does not create any weird... Oh, there's legs. Oh, I got plants sticking through everywhere, so that's fine. Oh, come on now. Get that. Ah, stop it. All right. Oh, wait. I moved all that stuff upstairs. Again, somewhere. I don't remember where. Seed packets. All right. We got eggplant, a squash, the beans, and the mushrooms. And I'm just going to leave my food growers working for the moment as well. No reason to take them out. That's just more production. And there we go. All right. What was that I needed? I need bioplastic nugget. Okay. Gonna make another beehive. That is the whole thing. It's trying to make a beehive. Do that. Yes. Supply everything. Supply everything. And I know I got a spot for bee larvae, so don't you tell me I don't. And then a bioplastic nugget for that. That was it. Guess I need to pick a spot for storage for the bioplastic nuggets. Okay, there. Now, there goes that. I will have to sequence some DNA stuff. You know what? We'll do the tier 2. That way, I can use the tier 1 to make some tier 2. I know what I'm gonna do. We're gonna go just for proximity. Yeah, well, I don't know. Where do we want to put the animals? I need a good lush spot. Maybe right over there. That's kind of lush. Kind of. There's mushrooms. That kind of seems lush, but, you know, I don't know. Yeah, we'll just go there. It'll be close to the shipping outpost. So easy. Or, actually, you know what? It's the reason I have it. Northern outpost. It does seem a little barren here, but that's because I was going to have that stuff there. Why would I not want to say, you know what, we'll just put some animals here. Somewhere around here. I mean, that is kind of... There's not a lot of water there. There's this, like right down the hill. It's an interesting map design. I do like the fact that we've got pre-built structures that we're cleaning up something that, you know, got a plant that got ruined. But I'm not liking the map in terms of the buildable aspect of it. And I just don't like some of the terrain elements. It doesn't feel as rich in terms of the plant life and such like in other spots. You know, it feels barren, kind of like most of Aqualis feels kind of barren even after you get to full terraformation. We're just gonna do off the shipping outpost area. Somewhere around the uranium, they can drink the irradiated water. Yep, that's how we care about our animals. Mutations. Come, drink your irradiated water here. Oh, that's right, no stacking on it. Okay. Oh, and no, that's right. We're not going to do the tier 1. We're just going to do straight tier 2. I am not even worried about producing tier 3 at the moment. I need to, you know what? I've already cleared that spot. So close portal. No, don't scan. I just care about this. We're going to go prom. I got plenty of stuff. Actually, I probably should take some of those from the drop box here to prime so I can sequence some nice DNA. I don't even care what kind of animal at this point. I just want to... Actually, I need to take it back because I don't have as many. Yeah, we just need to make some animal to give us some good traits. Yes, for the rocket. So, and heck, I may just go ahead and launch like a couple animal rockets. Now that I can freely go back and forth between the planets. Well, it looks like this is the one I got the most of. We'll just make like 2 versions of it. Actually, you know what? We'll go 1 and 2. We'll just do those. We'll do that. Color A. Oh, we got... Yeah, we'll do that 1 of each. Color B. Somewhere there. I have a lot of color A, but not a lot of color B. Let's look here. This is mostly color stuff. Well, you know what? Let's sort. Yep, okay. Mostly color A. Look at that. That's all color A. Jeesh. I don't get a lot of color B patterns, apparently. Well, I got a skin pattern color. So we'll just do 2 colors. We'll do same pattern. Well, no, we got that. So we'll do one of those. Variant 5. Yeah, because we got a bunch of those. Bioluminescence. Size of... We'll go punies. We'll go little bitty ones. We'll just do 9 on that. So I still need choice of color B. You know, just take one of those. Those look more favorable color. I think that should cover everything. Okay. Oh, wait. Wrong one. There we go. Yep. Okay, and then I'll... Oh, wait. There we go. And we'll go to Toxicity again. Yeah. Okay. So now toss these in. That started. The drone should supply the food from there. Boom. So we got... Well, that guy. Where's the other ones? They stuck on each other? Okay, I'm not sure what, but 2 of them, that's producing that. It's got 2,000% boost. We'll go see how that's going, and then, you know, I can just come back. Unlock. Yes, pressure, all that going. 120 T to unlock that, and within seconds I'm at 10, 11. About to be 12. I could literally just let this sit and not worry about anything else. And I have no animal rockets there. That's just the boost of the animals and the, I guess, food aspect of it. So, literally, in the time it will take me to go and get the supplies to launch an animal rocket, it's gonna unlock it anyway. So I might as well just maybe go ahead and do it anyway. Just say we'll launch 10 rockets. What's the other one? Biomass. Yeah, I need the biomass higher anyway. That's helping. So yeah, we'll launch some rockets. So I don't have anything else I need to unlock. So yeah, I'll just get all the stuff from Prime and we'll launch the 10 animal rockets. Not like I need it over here. Yeah, I don't need to launch those here. We just need animal spreader. So that's why I have these here. Actually, I'm gonna get the ones from the other spot. So I've got way too much there. So yeah, this is from like larva being dumped in, and it's doing the auto extraction. So it extracts and generates these, which get brought here, and then thanks to that, this may be, I can't remember, this might be part of the auto sequence DNA thing. Yeah, but it was, I was using it stockpile for the animal rockets on Prime. So I'm gonna need 6. Oh, no. I remember my key commands right there. There's that. I need 10 rockets, 10 osmium rods, and the mutagen tier 4. Animal spreader rockets away. Oh, let me cut the rocket sound off for a second. So, yep, there it goes. Purify water, toxicity. And I brought the wrong count. Wait, what? What? What happened? Did I click the wrong number somewhere? Click that I guess I got only 5 stacks. Color, color A. I don't have enough here. It's a good thing is quick jump back through. So I'm gonna get that one more. I guess I clicked 5 stacks because that makes sense. Oh, no, it doesn't, because that would still leave me with a short of a certain count. What? 10 rockets, that would be 60 traits. Yes. I just get the wrong count at some other point. Yeah, it's 10. Be like 6 plus of those. Yeah, that's... So if I only click 5 times 50, I would have had... Oh, yeah, that's what it is, because I would have 40... No, because if that would be only 8 rockets launched, because 8 times 6 would be 48, so I would have had 2 left, but I would still have the supplies for 2 more rockets, not that. So that doesn't make sense. That means I should have fell short on the 10th rocket. I'm not sure how I did that. That doesn't add up. I made like a mistake. I don't know how I made. Wait, oh. So that's unlocked. 120 T to now I'm in 5 KT, and this is 100 KT, and that is going. I'm not even worried about those so much, other than, you know, obviously you want to make them at some point in order to, you know, just have them displayed somewhere. But I'm not worried about actually, you know, using them for anything. I don't need the frogs, the special frog eggs, and what? Okay, that is like turning weird. There we go. So purified water can now be mass produced. Yes, there we go. So pristine mushroom water bottle. Again with the toxins. All right. And I need methane. I guess nitrogen set up somewhere in range. So, you know what, we'll do it over here. And of course, oxygen. That'll free up some space down there. Plus, yeah, there we go. Okay, so that's going now. That was the plastics. I need this to probably be, again, I got that, so I need to make the big purification. Actually, no, don't demand. I'm doing the wrong thing. I'm clicking the wrong thing. That, which is purified water. I got plenty of that. Purification, the pristine mushroom. That's what I'm going to set up here. We're going to do this as the pristine mushroom. Apparently, I'm still using mushrooms for something else. What the heck am I using mushrooms for? I mean, I got squash, I got eggplant, got beans. I have no mushrooms. Oh, wait, that's right. Yeah, the bioplastic nugget. You know what? We'll turn that off for a moment. And I don't have a place for that to be stored, apparently. No, I do. Supply everything. How about that? Supply everything. Let's go ahead and just set that up. There. Okay, so now that should start working with some mushrooms. I need a lot of mushrooms here. That may not be enough. But I'm going to go ahead and do a machine optimizer. I think I had a growth fuse. Growth. Yes. Okay. That. I can't remember what the number was. Vaguely paid attention while we were doing the big cookie farm setup. But there is a certain point where these are going to be too slow. So growth speed of 3. Okay. And I dumped 3 in there. So that's that. Growth speed of 5.2. So not quite double. 3 more. 7.5. Yeah, I think around 3 we're getting to that. 9.75. So almost double. Not quite. Getting a little bit less. You know, we're getting to that point. It's kind of not worth it with the diminishing returns. But that is more than 3 times faster than it was, and that will cover 8. So I may do another 2 on each side, 1 more of each type. Yeah, let's see if I got the supplies for this. I do. And I gotta go, well, You know what? Now I am going to take these out. There's just no point in having these sitting over here doing pretty much nothing. Oh, I hear Timmy ear flaps. Timmy is awake and repositioning. No, cover up. Look. He's champ. Number 1. Duke of New York, A number 1 right here. With his Christmas pickles. Because that's totally what, you know, you need at Christmas pickles. Okay, so that's doubled up. That, make sure all of them, yep. Oh, wait, nope, that is not getting all of the boost. So that is not reaching, I mean, it's 8 machines each. 7.5, I mean, I took out 5.25, okay. So that's going to be a little bit of a hang up there. Let's reposition this to be more centralized. And I guess it's going to be kind of like this approach to be best. Kind of puts it around my face as I come out of the ladder, but hey. So, yep. Yep, right there. Okay. 9.75, 9.75, 9.75. I should have these all done too. 9.75, good. It's all about positioning. All right. Okay. Yeah, that won't take very much longer to get there. So I've got that going. We got a massive amount of mushrooms and such being produced now because I need apparently mushrooms for everything here. Pristine mushrooms are going to be produced. I got a nice stockpile going now. Obviously not enough going there. But we can also go ahead and this is, yeah, one I'm not going to do the demand on. I'm just going to go ahead and set it to be, I'm doing not that. We're going to do purification gel, the large ones. Now, tungsten. And that, the balm. Okay, so yeah, purification gel. What is it? I got, wait, it showed it on the name. Place 25 in the extraction rocket to fulfill a commercial partnership. And 25 of that. So I need a total of 225 shells and 225 balms basically made. So instead of, I mean, that's 25 of those because I'm stacking. That's 1, 2 and a half. So instead of doing just filling it up, because that's all you need it for is those, I could just do my 8 stacks here. That'd be 80 of this, and then I produce that group. Then 80 again, and then I can just fill up the last bit, possibly manually on that. And the same thing here. Do just make a group of those. I'm gonna set those going in a second. Let me see the tungsten rods. I actually got a good bit of tungsten right now, so I should be okay. I'm actually going to have it not supply just so that it will, you know, just kind of contain them here. And I know I have one from earlier, so put that there. Let those get going. And tungsten rods are coming in. I've got those. I'm going to do this. There's that. That will produce a bunch of tungsten and some toxins for use here. toxins will pretty much get shipped right back over there to make more tungsten rods. And then, what was it? Oh yeah, these. Because I don't need to clean up any more goo. I can just do this with those. That'll give me some nice stuff here. I got plenty of water, so I don't need to worry about actually using mushrooms to produce water yet. I need to actually just make use of purifying water. Okay, those are almost gone. Those are gone. I may need some more robots going at some point. Which I think I do need some more robots going too. There we go. Autosaves. Goo farm. I'll put another robot. And there it goes, doing that weird, like, okay. Yeah, okay, changing the rotation again. Like changing the default rotation on certain spots. I'll put it there. That was being a little difficult to place. There we go. It's always what you want to harvest, you know, toxic goo and spores. Totally the cornerstone of a healthy breakfast. Yeah, I still got what that other spot to get 1,000 water, toxic water. That's still not done. So how much is filled back up? Ooh. Yeah, you pretty much don't need to produce the pristine water for a long time. Yeah, I just thought of something interesting. Kind of want to test this out. I kind of need to grab like one pristine water. I wonder if I could recycle pristine water to be not pristine. Oh, it worked that way? See how this doing? Okay, that's doing good. That should be steadily produced. Yes, okay, so this is working. Worst case, you know, range-wise, I can just add another set of these right over here and have it producing double rate. That's fine. Still haven't got to the osmium or anything yet. Again, I don't really need that so much. Unless I do want to create another, you know, pulsar quartz thing. Osmium, zeolite, iridium, uranium, and then methane. Methane's easy to do anywhere. I've got iridium, big area of iridium right down below. Then I have where I'm basically getting the big bit of toxic water, uranium there. So whatever room I can build there for that. The zeolite, that's a big area for zeolite, so there's plenty of that. Plenty for osmium. Actually, 2 spots for osmium, except one of them's a cave on one spot. I guess the other one, maybe that I'm like in here and then it stretches over here or the other way. And then, of course, what is it? No, it's no super alloy. Zeolite. Okay, so it's just those the methane cartridge I can just do easily from outside. So out of all of those, the only really big problematic one for transport is zeolite. We don't have zeolite rods still. Did I even put a spot for those over here? I'm assuming I did, even though I'm not like mass producing anything. I got that's all from just finding things. Okay. Think I want to do this. Obviously, I've got the supplies to do a lot of setup right now, and I should still be good on power. Yeah, 54,000 power without having to really do much of anything to expand on it at the moment. I got supplies for it. Let's do another pulsar quartz thing because it has, you know, I think my I still need to add some more at Selenia to boost everything higher because I am actually too many rockets there and too many rockets, I think, or no. Yeah, I've got too many rockets there and too many rockets on the Aqualis cookie farm. So I need to boost my production of both of those. But the production of pulsar quartz is kind of the hindrance because of the availability of certain resources on Humble. So, you know, 2-8 group setups of trade rockets here for pulsar quartz launching or, you know, shipping. We'll go nicely with the shipping setup over there. Be fit in with it. You know, I'm shipping that out. So just make sure I'm not misremembering anything. I just need, so if I do 9 osmium extractors, osmium rod production, yeah, 9 of each. So I essentially need to produce enough for 27. I don't have 27. I got that. I got that. Okay, so, which let me check. I just got 3, so I don't even actually need 27. I need 21. So I've already got these down here. So I just got to expand it for 9. And redo this a little bit. Yeah. That's good enough. All right, so I could go grab the supplies and do it all right now, but I don't have to. I just need to make the supplies for what I need to produce first, which is, again, osmium rods, which I could go produce some osmium rods from like what I got there. So it's not a big deal. So, but, you know, we'll start with the 9 for that. So we're going to get 9 osmium rods. Make sure I count it right this time. 9 of those. And of course that's the other one I don't have enough of. Oh man. All right. Fine. I'll go grab a big stack of super alloy because I'm producing way too much back on Prime, so that's the thing. I've got plenty of super alloy rods being produced here because I'm not using them to just mass produce pulsar quartz here. I mean, I haven't got, like, they're overflowing my tier 2 recyclers to produce super alloy. Yeah. So that's good. That will give me a nice nice bit right there. You just watch the 13 tips for the forest. Well, Ali Ahmed, I'm glad that helped you. That is actually a pretty old video for me at this point, but I'm glad it's still helping people. And to see that the forest is still getting new players. Because that's a good game. It is. It's a very good game, in my opinion. Definitely better build system than the second game. Alright. 9 of those. Now I need my titanium. Which is going to be 27. Yes. 27. Alright, so that's that. That gives me 9 plus then one more super alloy rod. I didn't think about that part. I should just go ahead and build that. Then 2 of those. That gives me osmium rod production. If I could get my hands lined up right on the keys. And I just want to see this. So I'm right here in the middle. And this is the cave. So since it is to the southeast and northwest, I'm assuming that means you can also mine up top. If you wanted to. Because I'm totally not going in that direction. You know what? I'm like, stop. I don't know what it is with this map. That's only... Oh, I can't build here? The literal osmium mine is not buildable? That is interesting. I mean, all the big crystals here, you're thinking like this is where I can build. But no, you are wrong. You can't. So that is not the osmium mine. That makes no sense. Why is that not the buildable mine? Why did my jetpack decide not to treat that as a surface? You know what? Anything back here? Some water. All right. See if I can just scoot my way up instead of having to wait for a slow elevator. Maybe also find an unexpected surprise somewhere. Maybe just stumble across yeah, another golden crate. There we go. Finally. Okay, so the the clear osmium mine is not actually a mineable spot. I don't get that. It makes no sense to me. Why would you make that seem like an osmium mining spot and you can't do it? I'm literally right around the area that I should be able to build. So, yeah, you can mine osmium here. In this little spot. Right in this corner, I guess. I'm gonna go to the other side. This... Oh, let's see. I don't know if I actually checked these. Nope. 1. That's open. I already got everything out of that. Okay. You know what? Easy enough. Right here. Okay. So, start with the back row. I'll do it this way. I can get it to, yep, okay. I don't want that there. We'll put it where that is there, and then, of course, no iron. Tungsten scattered around nicely, and that will give me the iron I need. There we go, that. And then we get the auto crafter stacked here. Boom. Okay. Not super high volume, but at least I can get it started here. And always expand maybe as I get some other supplies going. Figure out how I'm going to do the layout for it. I feel like it should be a fairly decent area. I mean, if you could mine down there in the cave, I feel like that would be the one that would be like, yeah, you got plenty of room. And that seems like the logical spot. That you would be like, hey, yeah, we're going to let you mine here. Because it looks like it'd be a mine. LJ, yeah, you know, the forest, as far as the original game, it was a good building game. I mean, the creativity some people showed with building in that game was just fantastic. Some huge structures, really cool stuff. They added nice features to it as they developed. You know, and despite the fact the story kind of implied you should be rushed and stick straight to the story because you're supposed to go save your kid who's been kidnapped. Or maybe that was a hallucination. Either way, your kid's missing. You should still have an urgency to find them. It didn't force you to do that. The second game, I remember like starting that game. I haven't done anything yet, and I already had like higher level enemies showing up right away near where I decided to build my base. And then the base building in that version of the game, I just can't stand it. They've tried to make it more realistic, like with games like Green Hell, and just did not do a good job with it, in my opinion. I won't be playing Sons of the Forest again until they change the build system. Okay, those are still going. That's out of goo again. That's fine. I can go, or spores. I can go get some stuff real quick. Since I've got extra production now, let's go ahead and grab some of that. Just so I can drop it off. Give it time for some osmium to produce. And then that. I'll just dump it in here. If you haven't played Sons of the Forest yet, it really comes down to what you enjoyed in the Forest original game. Did you enjoy the fighting, the combat style aspect, the exploring in the caves and such, the suspenseful part, or did you enjoy the base building part? Like, because I feel like if you enjoyed the combat and the exploration, you may then enjoy Sons of the Forest better, especially if you enjoyed the suspenseful horror type feel where you're in a dark cave. Sons of the Forest you might enjoy better, because honestly I feel like they did have a little bit better aspect in terms of the combat and some of the enemies. I feel like they didn't do as good of a job on the AI, or not even AI, just the NPC, well, enemy, you know, controls, because it scaled way too fast in terms of that, like from where it's subtle, nice slow build up in the forest. As you're getting active, they start to get more interest in you. You know, this was more like, hey, there's a big patrol of big enemies right there off the bat. You don't have any weapons and you're kind of dead pretty quickly. I feel like that was not as good on Sons of the Forest. And again, it's a very, very different building mechanic in the Sons of the Forest. That it just was like, oh, they want to go for more realistic building, and that, you know, you're chopping down a tree, you got to collect these logs, carry them here, and you place them down. It's not so much the harvesting part, it's more of the actual building, where now it's like, you got to place this log here, you got to place this log here, you got to do it in a certain way, and it's not just going up to a blueprint thing. Though there is that in the game, let me clarify, there are just the blueprint, you just go up and build it. You're more limited. You don't get the freeform building as much as you did with that style. Instead, the freeform building is you're kind of trying to realistically slap it together, and I still feel like if you want that kind of building realism, Green Hell is so much better for that than going with the Sons of the Forest for that sort of thing. All right, now let me see. All right, so that's going. You know what? Let's go ahead and try to get the 6 other ones there, because that's already in place. I just need to get additional 6, which is fine. I'm about to start getting some more of those, so that helps. Guess I should have gone ahead and brought some back with me when I went and got super alloy. It's gonna be 18 titanium. That should be right. Yes, there we go. I think I just build from here is fine. 4. Do that, and then I'm going to take this out. I'll rearrange same kind of structural setup. Let's put there. Get these going, and now faster production of iridium rods. There we go. I need to remember to bring that too. Bring 1 piece of iron just to make it easier to place the auto crafter. Don't like being on the ground. It has to be on at least a foundation. Okay. So that's going. And oh man, you know, one thing about Toxicity is if you need iridium, you've got plenty of space to place mining for iridium compared to, let's see, Humble, you're not mining iridium. You're mining uraninite and then crushing it to hopefully get iridium. Which is funny because on Humble, you actually get the ability to directly mine super alloy. Despite it's also a byproduct or an output of crushing uraninite. And I'm trying to think what else. Let's see how I'm doing on the osmium rods. Okay, it shows something's going to be delivered. Those are still picking up a little bit. Let's see. That's being used for these, right? Yes, or for those. Okay, so that is being made there, which is being this is being made for this. So that's where my pristine mushrooms are going there. And I have this using toxic goo. Not toxins, toxic goo. Which I don't have anything for that. So I just, yeah, okay. I need just a spot with toxic goo, which is not a problem. I just need to store some. So what am I doing? I'm not gonna have that much here. I'll just go right back. I take some out of the I'm not gonna call them crushers. That's basically what they are. The detox things here. Do that. Yep. may not need that many detox machines in the end. All right, so that's going good there. Well, tungsten was the explosive powder. I have none. There's the problem. Okay, so explosive powder. Probably need to have that being produced. Definitely more more like auto crafter needs here. Okay, so at least that does reach over here to sulfur. Okay, so that's gonna produce. Just see what that does. Okay, these are going, so I should be good on that. I should be producing pristine mushrooms. Okay, toxins are kind of the problem there. Everything is going mostly to the tungsten mine. Oh no, look, I've actually got a good bit of toxins filling up now. So the tungsten mine is full, and now this is starting to fill back up again. So I've got toxins. That's not a problem. So it's the mushrooms holding me up now. Despite having 2 tier 2 farms, and having boosted the speed to over triple, that's still a problem. Okay. Let's speed things up, because take lovely advantage of this. All right, I got enough. I might just go and build like a whole another set of farms there just for mushrooms, just because you need so many mushrooms for things there. But I am producing a ton of mushrooms here, where everything is. That's full, of course. I'll do it. Yeah, I'm still definitely notice my token generation speed has slowed down. I was doing better before, but I think that's because I had so much fabric built up at the Selenia farm that it is. I'm now caught up, and that's not helping me. Where did I put the mushrooms? There we go. Okay, got that. And obviously plenty waiting to come in. So I'll just go ahead and grab osmium rods. So I need zeolite. So that's 9. I need uranium. So that's another 9. So yeah, that's 20 right there. That's plenty. I got plenty of that, so I'll go ahead and grab it. That's already full again. And why not? Because I'm needing those for a bunch of things. And I'll try not to consume too much in the way of mushrooms there. Look at that. Plenty of supplies. Okay. To go do these, I'm gonna get you know what, let's just go ahead and dump all of it, even though I'm gonna recollect it in the end. I just want to make sure I get everything kind of sorted right in my head on how I'm going to do this. All right, so I need zeolite. I'm just going to be producing zeolite. I can't craft rods, so that's just going to cause a kind of a big amount of drone traffic going to here. But that I can go there, or actually I don't have to go there. They're going to send the osmium rods like that one right there. That is right here coming this way. And then a drone you can see here taking toxins out there. So that, if I need sulfur, I just literally, I mean, iron, all the basic stuff I could just throw somewhere right over here and have it ship right up to this spot. That's the nice part about this, is there's such a large area. It's fairly open for mining. This is going to be more interesting because I got to figure out how I'm going to arrange everything. I do need an auto crafter there. Oh, and then there's another spot for sulfur. So I'm not producing super alloy rods at the moment. I'm not worried about that just yet. I mean, that is right by my spore farm, so easy setup for super alloy. I just then, you know, need to set this up for harvesting a bunch of aluminum to carry over there and let it be fully stocked, kind of like this is stocked. I think really I need to just go to here, the goo farm, and then go along the track to there. Might be the easiest way to do that. Or did I think I may still have the other farm set up actually. So I'll just grab all of these. And you know what? What was that? I need. Yeah, one extra super out. That's what it was. I knew I was gonna get something missing from it. If I did it wrong. There we go. Yes, because I'm still trying to get all the water out of here. Oh, again. It should not be this difficult to get to target the water. I'm not even targeting the water there. It's not water. Okay. Yeah, there's the track. Goo farm's over there. This should be sufficient room. Yes. So we'll start close to the edge. Here's the question: is how far over can I actually build before it winds? That's how far. Okay. I can do it right there, no problem. So let's bring this back. 3, 4, and you know what? Fine. You're gonna complain about where I want to build. I'm gonna force you to let me do it anyway. And I'll throw this there. The auto crafter. Great. So get this going. And now we'll have uranium rods only being shipped. And well, I don't exactly have the room here, I think, to do another set using the same auto crafter. Yeah, don't have that room. Maybe, you know, it might be I could clear some stuff here and have like another thing, or maybe I could do it over here. If this will give me that, you know, I'm going to pop one out real quick. And it won't matter. It's not going to make that big a difference at the moment. Let's see. Yes, okay, they're coming over here. That's better. And of course, everything's already producing one. So all right, I'm gonna do like I did. I'll say osmium on humble, and like I did with some of the iridium on prime. So I'm just gonna build it where there's the middle. That should cover right to the edge on each one. So I'm gonna do this iridium rod supply that reaches all the way over. That should be all I need. Yep, thank you for that. So we got one already produced, an extra piece. That's gonna be number 9 to make the first iridium or uranium rod, and then I can add another spot over here. So uranium and iridium are going to be high volume outputs here. Because I've got plenty of room right there for uranium mining, plenty of room for iridium. It really is going to come down to, I think in the end, the worst part's going to be, again, zeolite. Just because of how zeolite is. Because it's high traffic. So if I do create the same amount of production for zeolite, then I'm going to run into a lot of drone traffic for that. And then osmium depends on how much of that area is open for osmium mining. If it's fairly open, which I'm hoping it is, because you get a pretty good range around each spot. I mean, I'm up here on that little area right there mining for uranium, so I should be fine. If I mine further out like this, I can get some more osmium production going. Definitely have plenty of space for that. That's going to be the high traffic one. It's too bad you don't have like a teleport thing that the drones can use. Like here's a drone teleporter. So you can set up the drone teleporter at a spot. The drones go in, it teleports them straight through to another spot. And then I got to fix that so they are not bringing so much algae here. You know what? Perfect. We're going to turn off the algae collection. I don't know what that means they're going to do now. They're still kind of going with it. It's not like they can go place the algae back. Yeah, okay. So algae should hopefully now not be a problem from there anymore. That's going to produce certain things, and I'll have those shipping out. I don't even know if I want to worry about super alloy as much here, because I can easily get that elsewhere. Okay, osmium rods are picking up. I didn't bring that many back. That's 28. That gives me another 9 for uranium, another 9 for iridium. So that's 18. Leaves me 10. And then 9 for osmium to increase the osmium rod production. That gives me basically 2 sets of rod, or 2 equal amounts of rod production at each. And then I'll need 18 more rods to do an equal amount of zeolite. And then I should just have to worry about some methane. I've got space over here. I mean, actually, I've got space on the roof. I can easily produce a lot of methane. That's not a problem. And then we got something for massive amounts of pulsar quartz again. I'll just go start making a lot of pulsar quartz here. We'll do that. Yeah, after I get this kind of set up, I don't want to use all that just yet. I need this being produced in high quantity so I can recycle it to produce that. Yeah. we're gonna do more Oz. Well, no, I need 9 for that. Yeah, 9 total. That'd be correct. Okay, so I'm gonna take the extra one because I hope I can do it without a second auto crafter for over there, but I don't know. I know I need to get some more osmium production going right now. That's gotta be easiest. Timmy butt. It's a Timmy butt right here. Ugh. He's like, leave me alone. I'm sleeping with my pickles. Oh, wait, what am I doing? I'm going to the wrong spot. Going the wrong side. Let me go over here. Yes, over here. I mean, even just this little area, if this will produce osmium, then I am set. Tell me it's this stupid piece of iron that's causing the problem. Yes. Okay. I don't need another autocrafter. I'm gonna leave a spot for it just in case. Now we got osmium. It's not the same layout, but this is kind of a sharper incline than the other spot. Makes it a little bit more difficult to lay things out the way I would like. And all these are working. All right, so that has doubled. As long as this is reaching them, that might be a problem. That may not reach. That could be the one issue there, is it's not quite centered enough. I mean, I do have increased range with my mod, but better to be safe than sorry. Cool. Now that doubles my osmium. I'm gonna climb on top for a change. I don't think I've done that yet. I don't think I've been up here with the big plant growing out of the top of this thing. And apparently I am not able to go that direction. A lot of butterflies deciding to hang around here. I guess that's part of it. Except, hang on. That looks like a scheduling type thing. Like, you know, train station, in this case, or, you know, airport showing arrival time, departure time. That looks like that's what it would be. Like, here it is, arrival time for this train, this shuttle coming, you know, kind of thing. That doesn't look like it'd be specifically some kind of, butterfly focused setup there, especially since it's a mining site. Okay, there goes that. And let's see. I know I'm not so worried about zeolite right now because I got a lot of it, but probably good to go ahead and start at least. Get the first group going. And yeah, I just go to my shipping spot. It's just somewhere out there. So wrong. that way into the mushroom area. Yeah, this is where a teleporter would be kind of nice. Just have a teleporter at each spot the drones can go in and out of to teleport to where they need to. It would save time. And the shipping. I mean, if we're not going to get my suggestion of a larger cargo drone that is meant to ship larger quantities, I still feel like that would be the most sensible thing. Here's a big mega drone that carries like, 10 items at a time. Or 30 items at a time. Get my pets in. Timmy's asleep, so he can't get jealous. Clear some space. See where I'm at. Oh, great. Yeah, even further away. You know what? Before I do commit to that, I was going to see what kind of open space I have up around this area. That's flat. That's the key, is I'm looking for flatter areas, easier to place stuff. This is better. Yeah, this is better right here. It's more open. Oh, yeah. As close as I can get for my drones to have the least amount of effort needed to pick up and transport. And since there is no crafting an osmium rod, or a zeolite rod, I'm just going to do it in the same row pattern. Except for the fact that I am going to prepare in case they release an update where we get a zeolite rod, or I decide to install the mod that has those. At least this way I have that. And for now, see if I got any more. Yep. That can be well, for right now, you know what? Teleport. I just do a teleporter here. That way to simplify it. Oh yeah, might want to tell it what to mine. It's always a good thing to, say mine this specific item before I wander off and it doesn't get what I need. All right, that's done. And somewhere over here. All right, we'll let those go. I'll go ahead and get food and water done. I've got stuff being produced. I mean, all right, one here, but it's close by, faster traffic. I easily go throw more there. I've also had that going for a while as far as iridium. So I've got iridium rods aplenty. Not as much of those. So yeah, go ahead and do this. Just give myself. Oh, I cannot quick clear as much as I don't have enough room because of stupid dirty water. And I knew it. Knew it was going to, like, right at the end. I sit there and dump some out. At least I got to pick them up without issue. That's still going. That's, yeah. It's gonna be going forever. And that, okay, I can get some goo and spores, and then we'll do one more of the procedural wreck areas. See, I feel like if you don't get the unlock thing in the first 2 tries, especially if you're doing like a full-fledged like rank 5 rarity, if you don't get an unlock for magnetar quartz in that time frame, then we're not getting it. All right, rarity 5, difficulty 2. That's better. So I need 2 quasar, 3 pulsar, a magnetar, and 2 blazar. 2 quasar, 2 blazar, 3 pulsar, and 1 magnetar. Too many R's. I think that was it. There's probably an R I got wrong. And it's a nice rhyming scheme, but when you have to remember that, that's kind of a frustrating, arrangement. I'm like, oh yeah, let me remember how many of each weird R type there is. I've got more flares in the base. I'm just not worried about them right now, because I'll probably find too many here. Especially lower difficulty, it shouldn't be as complicated. Shouldn't be anything in the outside area, but it's always good to just quickly check. Okay. So we're going to do the same way again. To the right is coming in. So on my left is going out. Oh, great. Ignored my drop because of the autosave. All right. Okay, yep. That's fine. Okay, we'll have to come back for that. Unless I just walk right in. Okay, so these are both going to be important to come back to. Oh, good. Nurky card. And all right, that's good. There's no other path off of here. Usually there's like a path out of here, you know? And you see how that door is actually sunken back. It's not actually lined up right. But I can't deconstruct it. And it doesn't say blow it up. So I feel like that was something just like it generated a weird way. Okay, so going further in. Forget the chairs, just take the desk. Those are the important things. Seems like that's be a good way to get a bunch of fabric. You know, if you didn't have a good fabric farm going. All right, come back for this. That will open once I find power. Deconstruct everything else except for the kitchenette parts. Yeah, just leave those two. That's the only thing that you can't get out of here. Okay, so that was... Oh, which way? I'm coming a different direction now. Okay. That, yeah, okay. This is... Yes, back there. Okay, so coming in... I wish instead of dropping those, you could actually place them. So you could say, I want to put it here and make sure it goes in the right spot. So you know it's not a case of it just happens to accidentally fall to the side, bumps on something and falls into the middle instead of being, because that's kind of in the middle rather than on the right that I would normally have it on. Yeah, I'm gonna just do it like this, like right up against the wall, and still it bounces over. Another key card. Oh, what is that? Solar quartz. Hey, I've already got that. That's not new. This is already feeling like it's more complicated than the level 3 one I went through previously. Okay. I can't get that. All right, so left. Left. Of course. All right, dump the other stuff. We get light box. I'll dump one. Well, you know what? Fireplace. Actually, I'm not going to dump one. I'm just going to try to go. I'll just unlock them both because it'll do that. You know, just keep unlocking them. That way it'll clear out some junk. Yeah, I'll just go here. Decode. 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 All right. Yeah, I got plenty. I don't need to bring anything else. I got enough. And I know I was this way. I paid attention. It was like southwest I need to go to find my way back over there. Because that was a little bit further away this time from the portal. Or northwest, maybe it was. I was southeast, I think. Yeah. Okay. Oh, I should have just took care of that earlier. Look at that. That's done already. Yeah, this was the way I was going. Let's double check. This is all done. Yeah. Okay. Yep, that's done. Okay. So yeah. Once I find power, gotta find my way back here. This is not the power. I'm just double checking. Is that safe? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, this one. All right. That. We're going this way. Another one. This does feel like it's bigger than the last one. And these, I can deconstruct the chairs. Like a weird miss. Like, oh, here, not these chairs. No. You don't get these chairs, but you have these chairs. You can't deconstruct this desk, but you can deconstruct this desk. Okay, I might be a loop around there. Now we got the vault. Fortunately, I have everything. I need to get into it. Let me just see. Yes. Okay, so that is coming back in. So this is the other path I was going to take. So going in. And it's the same thing on this side. I should have that. So I still got to come back here. I got this over here. Chair that's wedged through another chair. Miraculously. Okay. One key card. That's all. Got 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so that is, well, it's done. The door's open. So other than a doorway I need to go through once I find power, that whole section is pretty much done. And there we are. Power! Right next to a lovely vault that opens up for me. Okay. There wasn't a door. That, yeah, I was like, I know there's a door. And because otherwise I would have blocked the corridor off. I think I'm pretty much at that point. It's just finding the opened doors. Yep. Oh, don't you do that. Nope. I'm out of empty spots. The light box, I don't, I'll drop the light box. I don't care about it. I already got solar quartz, don't care about it. Okay, this is the one I just went through there. Yep, that. So that should be completely done now through this area. Yeah. That's that. So, and that's done. Okay, so this whole section here is finished. So I'm just gonna toss one there. Let's see. I think there was one. Yep. Oh, this is a different room. I think I've seen it in another spot, but not behind a door like that. You know, where it's just like, oh, it's one of these side doors up this way. Okay. This is further in. There we go. Yep, can't deconstruct these tables or chairs. There shouldn't be any doors down there I need to get in. Just this one. Please click. Yes! All of it. Okay, that's going back out, going back out. We are finished on this one. Now it's just time to explore a little bit more of the area. Yep, somewhere there's more crates. Yes, that's the last piece of iron I can grab. It said complexity or difficulty was 2, which means there should not be a second wreck. If there is a second wreck, then it's one that should be very small. Because that does happen on some of them where you get 2 wrecks and one's complex and the other one's like 2 rooms. Ah, yes. I don't want to have to come back again. Just want to get it all and be done. I think that's it. I know there's a single crate somewhere over here. Has a single circuit board in it because I couldn't carry that on my last trip. I'm just not sure where it is. That's it. Climb up top. Actually, I know where it is. It's right over here. Somewhere in these, I think, is where it was. Well, I can't get through there. Because this is the way I went before and I found it. Maybe it's up here. Or maybe it's further back. I don't know. That's enough. One circuit board is not worth that much trouble. And so I feel like, I mean, that's 2 with a rarity of 5. That means absolute best possible items should have appeared. They did not. Or they did, you know, I got cosmic quartz, stuff like that. I got a lot of stuff, a lot of supplies. I did not, and I got solar quartz recipes. I got 2 of them on that trip. What I did not get is I did not get a recipe for magnetar quartz. So it looks like they still did not implement a recipe for that. I'm kind of surprised that's the case. I figure, you know, everything else is constructible. Magnetar quartz is the one holdout we have at this point. We can't produce it, but we produce all the others. But if you make it where you can craft those, then you basically can mass produce cosmic quartz, which is kind of what I want to do anyway, and do it a lot simpler. And then at that point, you really don't have to worry about finding the cosmic quartz unless you just want to say you found them all. You know, it kind of does make it a little bit overpowered by leaving that magnetar quartz out of the craftable items. You do have to still kind of go and find another workaround, which I did. This is why I want so many tokens, because I'm going to mass order energy fuses, and then recycle for cosmic quartz. Speaking of, I want to see how many of those I have right now here, because I've been getting a lot here. The growth fuses I'm going to take to use on the cookie farm. Those I will use some here because I'll need them. Probably mostly go to Selenia. Production multiplier, I can use those with Selenia. And then trade multiplier fuses I will need. So that's a lot of trade multiplier fuses there. And then I got purification multiplier fuses, which I technically don't need now. But yeah, most of those will be reused elsewhere. Yep. All right, so I've got that stuff going. Let's see how my mushrooms. Oh yeah, it's not amazing, but it is slowly building up. Clean microplastic toxins are, finally coming in. Tungsten rods being produced. Tons of purified water. I got. Oh yeah, look at that. From like nothing at the start of that trip to I got those. Those and that. Sulfur is now drained. I am out of sulfur because of that. So, oh yeah, look at that. I'm going to do one more set of extractors now that I got supplies going. That should be it. And honestly, I'm rethinking now because there's an option here that I could explore, and I can't remember which one I did this on, but I don't have to mine like iron and silicon and all that directly. Technically, I just need to mine super alloy, which I have a rather large area for doing that. Then I just need to mine aluminum to make it easier for shipping with the super alloy rods. I get the rods, recycle them to create super alloy and aluminum, which can then be used to go and put more, super alloy rods together as well. And then I basically recycle the super alloy into iron and such. So I don't actually need to set up separate recyclers or extractors for those. I do need sulfur, so I am going to do that. I won't make that separate. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's right there. I am going to move my iridium setup to there, as I've got way more room for it over there. We'll just do this here. We'll do a sulfur thing right here. Since I am burning through that for certain things. I mean, obviously I could go and mine it in certain spots. I don't need to. I do need sulfur for things like, was it the eggplants and such? Fortunately, this is very close to my base, right up there. So short travel distance. Yeah, I'm going to set up a different iridium arrangement over there. There's more room over there. This was just a good starting point. So I'm going to do it kind of like I did with the uranium. I'm going to make a much bigger one over there, take those out. And then trying to think, wait, how I want to do this super alloy, because I need to get aluminum production going over there. It's over in that area. Really, I just do 4 like I just did for that. I just need to produce enough to go and keep a super alloy spot full of aluminum. I don't know. That might be something I do later when I get back to messing with this some more. But all right, so you know, got those done. I'm working on these. That's really my next big project, I think, for this, is to just hurry up and keep doing some other stuff. Maybe again another pulsar quartz farm, or you know, production and trade thing here to give me more trade tokens. I'm not spending any right now because I do kind of just want to get to that. I want to see if I can get 10 million, or if it cuts me at 999,999, or 9,999,999. If it cuts at that, or if it goes past 10 million, I want to see if I can get to that point. I want to keep pushing on Selenia. This may be something we come back and revisit. I don't know. We'll have to see what happens. We may take a break at the start of 2026 from this again, unless we get like some update that adds some new moon or whatever to it. And of course, 2026, we're going to be moving along with Star Rupture once it drops into release. So I'm not ditching this game completely. I will be back. I still have some video content that's going to be coming for it through the end of the year, start of next year. And of course, anything else, I'll find time to put some more stuff in here and there as I come up with. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Other than doing the final thing, I may just do a video showing the final ending on these. And it might be time to do a video that shows all game endings across all the maps. So I think I want to say I think we did it as a live stream. We did the video, did a live stream where I did all the different endings for it instead of doing a video off of a Humble, I think, or maybe it was Prom. I think maybe Prom. I had to go look back because that's been a while since I would have done that. But yeah. Toxicity done, new map, plenty of stuff, you know, I mean, if you start with this world, you got that different mechanic. Yeah, you still have to do terraformation for unlocks as far as your normal heat pressure and stuff like that. You're gonna have to unlock certain things here. I'm assuming if you start with this planet, you're going to have the unlocks you normally have like on Prime. It doesn't show here because I've already unlocked them through Prime. I'll assume you're not going to be stuck with certain things you can't unlock here off of Prime. But even if you can't unlock everything because you can't get certain unlocks for plants, insects, things like that, it's okay. You still will get to a certain point where, you know, just the purification part will be all you need to unlock all this stuff, like the Detoxo tree seed. You know, I may see if I actually collected one of those. Remember where I put that. If I did not add it there. So, because it was not unlocked yet. Let's make sure. Wonder what that recipe is. Tree bark, purification gel, and a tier 4 mutagen. Well, I think I can handle that. There we go. Tree bark and a T4 mutagen. Let's do that real quick. I want to see what that looks like at least. I find my way there. There we go. Research. Give it a second. I'll supply everything. Just make it easier. That way it goes there. Now, there has been another update. An update to the auto sequence DNA mod that was uploaded recently to Nexus Mods too. So it's not just the one off of akarnokd GitHub repository, and I tried it, and I still don't know what I've done that's causing the problem with it. It's not as bad. It went from every 2.5 seconds it would pause freeze the game for half a second, to now it's about every 3.5 seconds it freezes for maybe, I would say, slight bit less than half a second. So it's longer between the freeze ups, but it still is a case of it freezes about every 3.5 seconds with that. So I don't know what, again, I've got going that's causing that problem. It just started after one of the updates at one point, but yeah, it's still not usable for me in this save, and I don't know what I did to cause that problem. So I'm not going to be mass producing tree seeds or anything like that here. I want to see what this tree seed looks like. These are not producing very fast. I may not actually need for the purifier things, detox machines, once everything is done with the purified water. And tree seeds should be done now, so oh, it's not. Oh, I thought it would be done. Maybe the drones just didn't bring it yet. No. It's taking a bit longer. The sad part is we don't get the opportunity to fix any of the broken rail sections like that one right there. Because if we could fix that and then fix it on the other side, we could literally ride through the cave tunnel and then out to here, or we then hop on another shuttle and ride to one of the other ones. And still not a speed thing for doing, you don't want to do that as far as moving around quickly. That's what the teleporters are for, but still, you know, it's very Minecraft-ish, you know, nice long minecart track to let you, you know, have a nice view as you ride along. All right, come on, tree seed. Let's see if you're done. Nope, still not done. We're gonna hang out and watch it finish. Meantime, hey, you. Ugh. Wakey, wakey. People want to say hi to you. Now he's like, you know, camera shy again. Hey, show him your pickle. Look, it's Timmy Christmas pickle from last year. Right here, Christmas pickle. I say they're pickles because they're smaller and the bumps are more pronounced, like right here. So I say Christmas pickles. I don't know why it's a Christmas pickle versus a Christmas cucumber or something like that, but I call it the Christmas pickles. And of course, now as I decide to get out of that to go get the tree seed, it saved. Detoxo tree seed. We're gonna see what this one looks like. Taking a guess, it's one of those kind of looking ones, but I'm not 100%. Maybe not as flowery. Afraid to actually use it in a tree seed spreader, because then they'll show up everywhere and they'll be in the way. Where's that stupid tabletop tree? There it is. Bonsai pot. I don't have any fertilizer. I seriously do not have fertilizer right now. Like plain fertilizer. Oh, what was that? Sulfur egg. Oh, yeah, okay. I've been shipping algae over here, so that's fine. That's zero stuff I gotta set up on here. I didn't do that because I'm not really in like a hurry to have that stuff because I don't need it. Growth 1%. We'll see how this looks when it ever finally grows in. It's always, well, you know what? No. We're gonna not do that. We're not gonna do the little bonsai. We're gonna do a full tree pot. And, you know, decoration. Just sit up here. I'll make it a little bit more visible. And we'll see if it clips anything. Okay, I'm finally catching up on the goo and the spores. It's the stupid toxic water. So eventually this will be goo, this will be spores, and these will be gone. Because I'm not actually producing that much right now for these. And though I kind of need to have plenty of toxins. I think I've actually, yeah, I'm doing fine on toxins now, so. So getting a good balance of stuff going. Got plenty of supplies, plenty make mushrooms, that's going. Why is that still not finished? Tungsten? Am I out of tungsten? Nope. So it's got to be, no, I've got explosive powder. So I am mixing the toxic goo. Okay. That's right. These direct toxic goo. So I guess I need to have, well, really don't need toxic goo as far as like normal storage. I feel like I shouldn't need that. You know, I don't need a big storage container because I'm just using it for this one thing. I just need a spot to stick it. So there. That, yes, good. That's reachable. Okay, so yeah, I'll have to work on those. That's really the only thing I think I'm gonna keep working on is trying to get to the special ending. You know, considering today's attendance as far as viewers and it being holidays, I think we're just gonna go ahead and call it as today, last stream of the year, and we won't be doing anything next week. Just, you know, pick back up beginning of January. What is that gonna be? The 4th? January 3rd. So pick back up, first stream of the year, January 3rd. Timmy will be refreshed, maybe more interesting. Or at least, you know, fat from holiday food. And that way everybody just gets a nice break with the holidays next week. Again, we're going to have Star Rupture from the creators, from Creepy Jar, created Green Hell, releases on the 6th. I'm looking forward to that. That's going to be the next big thing, I think, for us with the channel. Because it should have a good blend of elements that will fit my kind of play style. And again, I've got some videos I'm still working on, some more guides for Planet Crafter. So there'll still be some video content coming out through the end of the year. But for now, we'll take this week off for the live streams. Just let everybody have their holiday break. And we'll pick back up after the start of the year. So yes, Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to everyone who's joining in. And of course, I'll be posting some stuff on the community tab for Christmas and New Year's. Timmy, I want to show his face one more time. Look at that face. Look at that face right there. I knocked your blanket by accident. I'm sorry. There you go. We're gonna cover him up because he's, you know, camera shy. He just wants to be peeking out a little bit from there. So, but yeah, well, he's tired out from, you know, being so cute, because that's pretty much been it. Other than walking earlier, which we only walked, it's roughly like a half mile total round trip. So it's not like I made him walk for miles through thick snow. I mean, he is currently fewer steps than he normally would have at this time if we were, you know, had been out playing instead of taking a longer walk. So he's tired out for some reason, but it's not because he's been active. He's slacking today. But yeah, Star Rupture is still set for January 6th to release. We still have Sudoku 2 saying 2026. Whether that's start of the year or end of the year, we don't know. I'm trying to think, there's another one. Oh, we may just try at the start of next stream. We might just do a couple of, like, we might do like a demo for a game. I've got one demo I've been wanting to try and check out for a game that's possibly right in line with what we want. And then it's just a bunch of games, of course, on sale right now. One thing to keep in mind. And also, if you're not following, you know, we got the winter sale, I guess, has officially started now. Look and see if it shows it started. Yes, winter sale is going through January 5th. Ends the day before or Star Rupture comes out. So maybe Star Rupture will be discounted on its own, but you're not going to get a discount because of the winter sale. But some games, you know, check out on winter sale. And of course, one thing to keep in mind is if you got an Epic account, Epic is doing a free game every day right now. So it's not one free game or two free games a week. It's a free game every day. And the first one they did Thursday, I think it was, Hogwarts Legacy or whatever it was. Yeah, the Hogwarts game, base game, but still is the whole game for free, you know, $50, $60 game for free. So make sure you're checking Epic Store each day for the freebie games. I'm gonna say the one today doesn't pique my interest, but yeah, make sure you check those out. Free game every day with Epic. And of course, there's plenty of games. And Planet Crafter is 50% off right now on the winter sale. It's $12 US if you want to grab it. And if you want to get the, let's see, where is it? The Terraformer edition, the Humble DLC, and the Toxicity DLC together, all of them right now is 37% off. So, or it shows me as 37% off. So you can get all of them for a good deal right now. If you wanted to jump on that. Let's look at some of the deep discounts real quick. See if there's anything that stands out. Well, Payday 2, that's not really the game style we play, but it is 90% off. It's $1. If you'd ever wanted to try that out, it's $1. Icarus, that survival craft building game that made you give up everything when you left originally, is 90% off. It's $3.50. I'd probably buy it for $3.50 now if I hadn't already bought it. That'd be a worthwhile option. Speaking of Star Rupture, Green Hell, the original game from Creepy Jar, is currently 90% off as well. It's $2.50. Again, that is a realistic style survival. It's Amazon jungle survival, but it's $2.50 for the game right now. If you hadn't picked it up yet, you want to get an idea of how the game Star Rupture may play based on being the same developer. $2.50 for Amazon survival. And they do have a mode in Green Hell that lets you do endless survival. You just get dumped right in, no story. You can go wherever. It's endless survival. just if that's all you want to do is just survive and craft and explore. So those are some of the big discounts right now. I would definitely say if you haven't tried Green Hell, it'd be a good one to check out, especially if you like survival crafting and base building games. They've done some major upgrades since the game released in 1.0 with some expansions. So you've got a lot of interesting things you can do. Build a big tree base like I've done, big base on the water, multi-level. And it's just a cool game, you know. So those are the ones I would point out from the current winter sale, the big discounts. But go check it out. Obviously, a good time to try to get some games that you may have had on your list. Me, I'm just pretty much gonna wait for Star Rupture, I think. And again, check the Epic Game freebie every day. Timmy, what's the matter with you? What are you shaking? You're not cold. It's not that cold in here. Ugh. It is nice and comfortable in here. Why are you shaking? You want to say hi? Is that it? He wants to get up here and say hi to everyone instead of hiding. He's like, I don't want to look at the camera. Look at the camera. Look, right there. Look, right there. No, other way. Look. He's like, right there. Timmy, look. Don't you turn your nose up at them. You be nice to the viewers. Look. Don't put you here. Don't climb up. Just look up. Nope. He's like, I don't want to look at it. I'm embarrassed. He's probably thinking like, help me. Please. Someone save me. I'm being forced to be on camera. I gotta show my cuteness off on camera. Alright, you want to say bye? Say bye. And Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. We'll post some stuff anyway between now and the holidays, but there we go. Bye-bye from Timmy. He's like, I want down. So, there we go. He is gone. He's taken off. That's what we're going to do. Thanks for hanging out, everybody. Enjoy your holidays, rest of your weekend, whatever time off. Make sure you make use of it. Try not to game the whole time. There's more to life than the games, but, you know, get some free time in there to game and have some fun. Be creative. Build something nice. Upload pictures of it. Post your own videos. Whatever you want to do. But thanks for watching. And like I said, we'll just skip next week. And we'll pick this back up first Saturday in January. And we'll see you then.